Hello and welcome. We're about to dive into something really special today, an opportunity to genuinely change the way businesses make their most critical, high-stakes decisions. And I'm not just talking about a new piece of software here. This is about a whole new way of thinking.
So let's start with a number, a big one. Imagine you're in a boardroom and the decision on the table is worth over 10 million euros. Now, according to the Harvard Business Review, executives spend, on average, just 2.3 hours on a choice of this size. And usually, there's no formal framework at all. It's all gut feel, it's debate, and frankly, it's an incredibly high-risk way to operate.
But what if you could be the person who walks into that room and replaces all that chaos with clarity? What if you could provide the structure that turns those huge gambles into confident, data-driven choices? Well, that's exactly the role we're going to unpack right now.
To really understand the opportunity here, you first have to get a handle on the problem, and trust me, it's a big one. Businesses all over the world are facing a real crisis in how they decide their own future.
A recent study from McKinsey dropped an absolutely staggering statistic. 65%. Just let that number sink in for a second. 65% of what exactly?
That's right. Nearly 2 out of every 3 major strategic decisions completely failed to meet their goals. This isn't some small little issue. It's a massive, colossal waste of money, time, and talent that hits organizations right where it hurts.
So you have to ask the question, why? What is going so wrong in these rooms where the future is supposed to be decided? Well, the answer isn't just one single thing. It's systemic.
It really comes down to human nature and just a total lack of process. We are all hardwired with cognitive biases. Meetings just fall apart into these unstructured debates where the loudest voice in the room wins, not the most logical one. And then, when it's all said and done, there's no clear trail for anyone to look back and understand why that decision was made in the first place. It's a perfect recipe for failure.
Okay, but what if you could walk in and introduce a system that's grounded in actual science to fight against all of that? This is exactly where THINK25 comes into the picture. It's not just another tool, it's a decision clarity system that's built on a proven scientific foundation.
And at the heart of that science is something called the Analytic Hierarchy Process, or AHP. It was developed at the world-renowned Wharton School, and it's a mathematical approach designed specifically to cut through our biases and, this is the magic part, to objectively quantify subjective opinions in a group. It's been the secret weapon for Fortune 500s and governments for decades.
But THINK25 takes that proven method and just supercharges it for the 21st century. I mean, where traditional AHP took weeks of painstaking manual research, THINK25's AI can nail it in just a few hours. It gets rid of the old paper surveys and gives you a smooth digital experience. It turns static, boring reports into dynamic, interactive dashboards. And get this, it even adds a layer of strategy using principles from game theory so teams can actually predict what competitors might do. That's something old-school AHP just could never do.
So where do you fit into all this? Well, your role isn't the technical expert. The platform handles all the heavy lifting. Your role is behavioral. It's about leadership, about guidance. The best way to think about it is, you're the conductor of an orchestra.
You don't have to be the world's foremost expert on finance or marketing. The experts are already in that room. Your job is to facilitate the process, to make sure every instrument is playing in harmony. You're there to help them create a symphony instead of just a bunch of noise.
And your work follows this incredibly clear 5-phase process. You kick things off with AI-powered research, you guide the team to build their decision framework, you facilitate those crucial pairwise comparisons where every single voice is heard equally, and finally, you help them analyze the results to make the best possible decision. It's a structured, proven path to a solid outcome.
Now, of course, this is way more than just a fulfilling role. It's also a major business opportunity. So let's get into the brass tacks and talk about how you can build a really powerful and profitable consulting practice with this system.
The model is built for flexibility and growth. You can start small with the half-day discovery workshop. It's a fantastic, low-commitment way to show a client incredible value. That often leads to bigger things, like facilitating a single major decision, or even a full strategic planning cycle. And for your best clients, you can establish a monthly retainer for recurring revenue and a really deep, lasting partnership. So what does this actually look like in terms of real numbers? Well, a part-time consultant, maybe putting in about 10 to 15 hours a week, can realistically build a practice that generates around 49,000 euros a year. But for those who decide to go all in, a full-time consultant managing a mix of projects can build a practice that brings in over €250,000 euros annually. And these numbers are totally achievable because the need for this is just immense.
And I want to be clear, this isn't just some program you sign up for and then you're on your own. This is a true path to mastery. Think25 is deeply invested in your growth, providing a clear journey from novice all the way to expert. Your journey starts as a practitioner, a level you can reach in just a few weeks. Then, with some experience under your belt, you become a certified consultant, ready to handle those more complex strategic projects. And the ultimate goal is to become a master consultant. That's an invitation-only level for the absolute top performers who not only excel, but actually help evolve the methodology itself.
Now, this all brings us to the most important part of our conversation. This is not just an offer to become a consultant. This is an invitation to be part of the very beginning of a new movement.
At its very core, the whole THINK25 philosophy is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Give your brain a chance. It's a call to action, really. A call to move away from those reactive, biased decisions and to embrace structured, clear-headed thinking. You're not just selling a service, you're becoming a champion for a smarter way to work.
And to launch this movement, Think25 is looking for its founding members. This year, only 25 consultants will be hand-selected to pioneer this methodology in the market. This is a genuine opportunity to get in on the ground floor of something that is truly transformative.
And the vision behind it all is bold. It's about so much more than just better decisions. It's about bringing wisdom and clarity into the very DNA of our organizations. That is the mission that you would be joining.
The opportunity here is huge. Let's break it down. You keep 100% of your consulting fees. You earn passive, recurring income from every single client you bring onto the platform. You get to build a business based on the incredible value you deliver, not just the hours you bill. And you become part of an elite global network of thinkers.
So this all brings us to the final question, the one that really truly matters. The business world is drowning in complexity and uncertainty. The question is, are you ready to be the one who provides the clarity?